Back with all new price predictions for Wednesday. As y'all know, some earnings did come out today. Like AMD, they beat on EPS. They also beat on revenue, but after hours, they are down. Okay, they are down to around a 238. So that might lead to some big potential buys on AMD. Remember what I told y'all? If we got a big drop, I was looking for that big reversal to come out of AMD. So that's going to be pretty big. That'll be looking out for. Also, Nvidia closed around 198.70s. If you look at after hours, it's also getting sympathy from AMD as well. Nice pull down on Nvidia. S&P 500 pulling down after hours as well. Like I said, as we did have some names of earnings going over that we're going to go over. Also, some other levels and price predictions for tomorrow. And let's just get straight into it. So let's go and start off with AMD. Like and follow the video below, and yep, occurs. So let's hold up. Where is AMD opening? Around 238. AMD kind of closed around after hours. So that's good because you have a very strong support around the 233.60 areas, and your new resistance on AMD is going to be right around 250. Oh, let me take the magnet, is messing it up. Right around 259.50. So those are two areas we're looking out for AMD. And the biggest thing tomorrow on AMD is, do we hold the support or do we actually break it? If we break that support on AMD, I'm looking for shorter term put option plays on AMD to come down to probably around like the 220s, 222s tomorrow if we break through that support. So that's going to be very big on AMD. That's like a play I'm looking out for. Make sure you guys join the Discord. First link in that description. We'll be trading AMD live tomorrow. Today we did about 2 trades. One was Palantir and the other one was, I think, Nvidia. Well, yeah, we did about 2 trades today. I usually trade every morning the market is open. And then, as y'all know, Nvidia is having some softness after hours as well. So let's put some levels on Nvidia. I would say around 197.10 will be a support. And just in case that breaks, you don't really have like any stronger supports on Nvidia. I'll probably say your next support area is around 192.50. And then let's take resistance off. Let's take the targets on the high time frame off as well, as Nvidia is pulling down. Now, mind you, we are still bullish in the market, so I don't really see any bigger plays on Nvidia. I think AMD might be more what I kind of focus on tomorrow. And then we also have ARM. ARM had a big drop. They do have earnings tomorrow, though. So what I wanted to do on ARM was just take all the levels off, and we see how ARM moves off their earnings, right? They could probably have a drop. I might just play puts on them just for fun, but they might have a drop tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll look at ARM, and I'm assuming that it wants to go down here in the 150s. I could be wrong. I'm not an earnings player, but we'll see if ARM wants to get down there. If it does, that might lead to a nice potential reversal play on ARM, so that'll be good. Cloudflare has support. This is also something I'm watching around 224.30. We'll watch out for that. And then resistance level around 245.60. No new buys that I see on Cloudflare. I just want to see how it moves in that area for anything potential. CrowdStrike, we have to update levels. A lot of updated levels that we got to do. Support right around 531.20, and then resistance level right around 550.60. Now, mind you, CRWD for CrowdStrike has 2 supports. They also have another support right around 528. So if we break both of these supports, then I can see CrowdStrike actually coming down to around that 515 area. That's possible put option play on CrowdStrike. So let's go to AVGO. Love this one long term. I haven't sold any long terms, by the way. Kind of just holding through. Maybe I'll nibble off a little bit. But AVGO has support around 344. If this thing starts to fall, it's going to be very big buying opportunities. And I mean around the low 3s, right? If we can get down to around 310s, 3s, that'll be a decent, almost like 20 or 30% drop from all-time highs. That's when I'll start buying more AVGO. As y'all know, they literally just go up forever. So that's something I'm looking out to buy more long-term. So as we scalp, we swing. I also look for long-term plays and so much more. So that'll be very powerful. Watch out for AVGO. So no option plays that I see on AVGO. I'm just trying to wait to see when it breaks out of this range that it's been in. Same thing as like TSM. TSM's been in a range too. You have a new support around 290.95, and then new resistance on TSM right around 303.75. So again, TSM needs to break out this range too before I do any like bigger swing calls or anything like that. So those are levels I'm looking out for on the TSM front. SMCI does have earnings. So their earnings, they missed on EPS. They missed on revenue. They pretty much missed on a lot of stuff, right? So they had some decent pull downs today. Nice droppage. Even after hours, you see it pulling down. They were right around the 47s down to around the 43s. So is it time for me to start buying SMCI? So they're down around the 43. So if they stay down around the 43s, your bigger support is right around 40.50, $40.50. That will be your bigger support on SMCI. So the biggest thing for me of is it going to be a big buy or not is if we hold the support. If we hold the support and then we push off from that, I might play a reversal. But if we don't hold the support and we continue breaking, then that's not really a buy because it's probably want to continue dropping. Like its last earnings, it had a big drop. It continued dropping for about a month until it found a regular support and then it went up. So if it continues dropping, it might want to continue dropping for a little bit longer. Okay. If you look over here, it wasn't for the earnings, but we did have a drop before earnings, but we never continued that droppage. We actually held a support and we instantly start going up. So that'll be the biggest thing on SMCI that I'll be looking out for anything potential. Tesla is coming to a support area right around 445.64. That is still a support. I also want to add another one around 440.50, and then also a new resistance on Tesla around 462.80. Nothing major going on with Tesla. I'll be looking for Tesla to test the support to even break it tomorrow. So looking for some possible put options on Tesla for a scalping play. As I know, I usually scalp every morning, all live. First link in the description. Make sure you join the Discord. You have the monthly, elite, and lifetimes. Lifetime comes with personal training, so that's probably the best bang for your buck. But Tesla will reveal the results of a shareholder vote on CEO Elon Musk's pay package on November 6th. You want to be mindful of that. November 6th is on Thursday. That is going to affect the Tesla stock. Okay, be mindful of that. If it gets approved, you might see it go up, you might see it go down. But just know that Thursday on November 6th is going to move. Okay, because that can boost his stake to 15 to 25% of Tesla stake. So be mindful of that. I think that might be like the biggest kind of news coming up for Tesla that we want to watch out for. And then some of the Max 7s, Apple doesn't really have any big updates. Am I being honest? There's nothing new on Apple. Meta continuously dropping. I am looking for a bigger buy on Meta. I'm looking for puts on Meta tomorrow, actually. So looking to play Meta to the downside. For puts, let's see. Resistance level, we're going to take that off for now. The next bigger support on Meta is around 598.25. So I am bearish on Meta, looking for it to continue dropping. Microsoft kind of held around that support area. Nothing big on Microsoft right here. I might be looking for Microsoft puts if we start to get that selling pressure and break that support again for tomorrow. So those would be some bigger plays. So I'm adding what might be bigger long-term plays, what might be possible swing plays, what might be scalp plays, all in the same video. And I'm trying to go over a lot of sectors so it's well-rounded as well. Okay, so hope you guys enjoy that. But that's Microsoft. Amazon, nothing I would do at Amazon again. I'm kind of just letting it move. If I say I do have long-term shares, haven't sold any, I might take a little profit off of tomorrow, but I'd rather just kind of let it compound. Some stocks I really just never sell. One is like Amazon, but 247.30 is a support area. If we break that, we might get some more droppage on Amazon, so you could watch out for that. Google, again, same levels on Google. Nothing really has changed on Google. So the Max 7 is pretty boring. And then if we go to the Palantir just zigzag. I gave you all the smaller resistance right here. It literally tapped that perfect around 195.30. This is why you never miss a video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. It also hit a target area we were looking out for this morning. So that was pretty much it. Yeah, Palantir is one that we played this morning. I think I actually lost like 5% on Palantir. And then I won on Nvidia of about 7%, but Nvidia play was higher. So we were green today. Monday, we did about 3 plays. I won all plays on Monday. And then we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for some possible plays. But levels are the same for Palantir. Nothing big. The only thing I'm doing right here in Palantir's range is like scalping it, right? And I think tomorrow might not be any possible scalps on Palantir. And then if we go to SoFi, SoFi did go below the support. So next big support on SoFi is around 27.85. Nothing much I could do with the SoFi front. Cheesecake is literally just dropping. Hope you guys took your profit on that run. Cheesecake next support, if you are watching, is around 45.90. If we break that, just expect some continued selling. But what could be a possible bigger reversal on Cheesecake is if it breaks 49.50. So I watch out for that resistance level. Discord remind me of that. There's a lot of stocks I want to buy long term. Like the SWKs, Nikes, Dizzy's, Pepsi's, and much more. Just make sure you join the team. I usually save those for the Discord, and because we bought like Caterpillar and all these stuff like long term. Like we bought Caterpillar down here over 100, like close to 100% gain. On Caterpillar, we bought Johnson & Johnson. We bought it at the bottom, ran up. We bought AVGO at the bottom, over 100%. TSM over 100%. Like all those long term buys, bigger buys we've been doing, I've been saving that all for the Discord. So You want to make sure you're doing a Discord because that's when you get those bigger buys and literally do 100% just off holding shares, which is very powerful. And Caterpillar was one of those. So there you go. Gold, silver, same levels on gold and silver. That what I will change is gold has a new resistance around 367.50 and support is the same. No new buys I see on gold and silver. I think a buy is setting up for something. We just kind of have to be patient and let that move kind of happen. I'm even thinking about possible puts on silver if we break this support and make profits off of that. So that might be something. And then new resistance around $44. So we'll see what the golds and silvers, how I'm looking out for it. The banks are still pretty slow. JPM's, Bank of America's. I am thinking about calls on Bank of America sometime this week. So we'll see if that levels are the same, by the way. But I do want Bank of America to break above like that 55 area. And then HIMS did break support. So let's take all our levels off of HIMS. We'll put a, they kind of have support around here, right around 42.60. If we break that, that won't be a good sign for HIMS. HIMS might continue going down. And then resist around 45.40. Okay, so if we can get HIMS down to around below the low 30s, 32, 31s, maybe even the 20s, I think that might be a possible buy on HIMS that we want to watch out for. Eli Lilly is showing strength. I think Eli Lilly wants to break up to the high 9s. So looking for possible buys on Eli Lilly. Your next resistance around 92125. We'll watch out for that. Also UNH, I'm looking out for same levels on UNH, but I'm looking for a bigger buy. Also, I want more long-term shares in UNH. I want UNH to rock it up longer term. And then the S&P 500, this is an ETF you should be watching out for every day. It can help you out a lot. You have support around 669.95. Let's check after hours to make sure it hasn't go below that support. Yeah, so that'll be the support we're watching out for tomorrow. Is the market ready to turn bearish? We're not sure yet, right? This is just a pull down. We had these pull downs before and we always recovered. So just want to be mindful of that. Resistance level will stay the same as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. And always remember, no recommendation to buy or sell anything, just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see or hear in the video. Catch you guys on the next one.